Tomorrow's 4th of July, so remember, count to 1, 2, 3, not 4. My name is Victor Ashley. I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington. This is how you get a hold of me. Also, leave a comment below. The snarkier the better. And while you're at it, hit subscribe because I cover a lot of different areas, topics, zip codes, and concepts that might be important to you. And I could be talking about your neighborhood or even your situation next. So let's get into a quick channel update. I really appreciate you guys for following along. We're actually moving into a scheduled system now. But yesterday I covered Puyallup, and the day before that I covered Kirkland. Today we're covering LYNNWOOD as a whole, and tomorrow is Independence Day, so I'll be taking the day off. Bothell, we're going to be picking up Bothell again on Wednesday, and then we're going to go into a Seattle deep dive on Thursday. So there might be 1 or 2 part on that. But just remember, I always do my shorts and my dad jokes as needed, so I just wanted to give you a quick update of what's going on in my channel. Also, if you didn't notice, I have a soft launch of my website, and I just wanted to give you a quick peek on that. But it's victorashley.com, and if you have any questions with that, you could just get a hold of me, and I'm pulling it up right now. So victorashley.com, you can go in here and you can actually get a live link to the MLS, and it gives you all sorts of updates in this area, and you can even see your home value if you didn't know what was going on. Well, let's jump into LYNNWOOD right now, and thank you for following along. So LYNNWOOD is located just to the northeast of the Bothell area, and it's also 18 miles north of the Seattle Space Needle. Now, it's also south of Everett, Washington, and this is a suburb that, it's kind of in between the Seattle area and just on the north side, and as well, there's 2 highways that kind of intersect at that point in time. There's the I-5 and the I-405, and they come together and they apex together. And roughly, that's what we call the convergence zone. So that not only is there bad traffic, but there's also a lot of bad weather in that area because 2 different weather patterns also come through, and they kind of converge in that area. So we call it the convergence zone. Also, Everett is home of the Boeing plant, and that's originally where Boeing was one of the factories of Boeing was. So a lot of people in the Boeing area in the actual industry live in the LYNNWOOD area also, as well as people that don't live in Bothell, they live in LYNNWOOD, or people that are trying to stay outside of the Seattle city limits, because also LYNNWOOD is located in Snohomish County and not King County, and it's just across the county line. Now that we kind of covered where LYNNWOOD is and that kind of thing, let's actually get into the prices here. So what's available for right now inside of LYNNWOOD, and again, this is LYNNWOOD proper. This is not LYNNWOOD zip codes because the zip codes kind of overlap, and there's Briar and there's Mount Lake Terrace, as well as a little bit of Edmonds if we just go by zip codes for this. But right now, what we have available for purchase is 49 homes right now inside of LYNNWOOD. And our average square foot cost is $425 a square foot. Now, the average house, what it looks like is 3 beds, 2 bath, and a little over 1,800 square feet. And it's $750,000, which is actually $753,000. And on top of that, the average time on market right now is 45 days. Now, I want to compare LYNNWOOD's sales from this last June to the June that we had in 2022. And I'm actually going to go over that right now with you. But last June, June 2022, there was 126 homes that were sold inside of the LYNNWOOD city limits. And again, the price per square foot came out to $450 a square foot. And our average price was roughly $780,000. It was about 8 days on market, and I'm going to average the sizes in there so now you have an idea. But when I compare it to this year for 2023, there was only 83 homes sold this year. And that actually is about 40 less. So that's about 2/3 of the home sales actually happened this year that happened last year. But on top of that, our price per square foot went down to $409 a square foot. And when I averaged the 2 sizes together in my aggregator here, I came out with 1,842 square feet is the average home that's available. And again, it's 3 beds, 2 bath. And just so you have an idea also, when I compare the 2 sizes together, the 2 prices together, what I have is an average price decrease of about $75,000 in equity from this year to last year if you bought the exact same house. Because last year, that 1842 square feet would have cost you $8,000 and $28,000, but this year it's costing you $754,000. And that's about a 9% decrease, just so you have an idea. And to compare this to, Puyallup that I did yesterday, Puyallup was about a 4% decrease. And then I also wanted to compare this so you have an idea on the mortgage side of things. So mortgages have actually increased quite a bit the last 18 months. And what we're seeing right now is there's a slight increase of about $119 for your mortgage payment. But what it would roughly be to purchase a house of this size and with a $50,000 down payment is roughly about $4,800 a month. Now, again, that is after tax money that's being paid out, and that's only your principal and your interest, and it does not include any of your special assessments, your taxes, your fees, or even the big one, HOAs. I'm going to cover HOAs at a different video because everyone really likes it when I talk about the HOAs. Now, I also did a breakdown of the buy to rent ratio. And the buy to rent ratio, if you would turn around and you're saying to me, hey, Victor, I want to buy this house instead of rent it, or I want to rent it out instead of buy it, you have to see what the price difference between the two of it. So if you're actually going to buy that house, that's what we call the cost to carry. And that's your mortgage. So as I just went over, your payment and your interest or loan is apparently only $4,800 a month. But what you can get on rent on that is $2,884, so less, just a little under $3,000 a month. So what this means, it's 160% more to buy right now than it is to rent. So it might be more economical to actually rent right now than it is to buy. And that sounds counterintuitive because I'm a real estate agent and I'm just trying to give you an idea of what's out there. And that's the reason why I do this, is because I want to cover a lot of different areas, topics, zip codes, and that kind of stuff. As well as, everybody's in a different place right now. So if you have questions on this kind of thing, you can reach me right here. And at the same time, feel free to take a look at my new website that I got going on because it's a live link to the MLS, and it might help you answer some of your questions, or it even can do an automatic valuation of your home. So you can reach me again. Here's my number. I really appreciated working with you guys today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I really hope that you have a safe 4th of July because, no one wants to miss the figure. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.